This video is for all people who think they need to do everything alone and also that they're capable of doing everything alone. The theme of this video is going to be something that is called the Solomon's Paradox. And basically, it means that it's really difficult to read the label when you're inside the bottle. I just love this quote. And I think it sums it up really well because when you are inside of something, it's really difficult to see the shadows, the ingredients, all that is inside. And for someone looking from the outside, it's just super clear. The whole point is that we need each other. We need guides, we need coaches, we need friends, we need partners, we need reflections from the outside to be able to actually see ourselves. Another saying that I think is really well fitted for this is an eye can see itself without the aid of a mirror. A knife can't cut itself. So, however great you think you are and however great you see yourself, there's always improvements. And those improvements can come to you really easily if you ask for help. The problem with asking for help is that a lot of us are biased and people may have bad intentions and there might be manipulative tactics and all those things. And that's why I think coaches, that's the new way to go, because even therapists, they have a certain set of rules they have to apply, and they can't go to esoteric concept. They can't go into the realm of magic. And that's why coaching, I believe, is going to be the new type of therapy also. I just joined a coaching program, a 6-month coaching program that is about conscious coaching. And the things that I realized when I've quickly gone through the content is that it's mostly about listening. It's mostly about presence, because so few of us have actually experienced that someone is truly listening to us. Someone is truly present. Someone is truly curious. And this curiosity and this authentic wanting to know what is going on in the other person's life, this has such a great power. And I know because I've been in coaching calls, I've been coached and I've been the coach. It's amazing how much transformation can happen just by being present. And yes, it has to do with internal work, and especially the guide, the coach, the mentor, they have a huge responsibility to kind of take care of their own shadows and their own negative traits and also the positive traits. You have to know yourself to be able to actually be present. What is clear that we need each other, and we need each other in multiple areas. And in my personal life, my close relationship has been the biggest teacher in my life. Also, my son has been one of the greatest teachers in my life because they have triggered the hell out of me. And all my triggers have been kind of signs that, hey, this is a place you need to improve. I wouldn't have seen those triggers and those underlying causes for those triggers, because triggers, essentially, they're just a symptom. They are the switch that pushes or switches the thing that is the underlying pain. So it all comes down to relationships. And it doesn't have to be a close, deep, intimate relationship. It can even be a relationship with your coworkers, with your mom, with your dad, with a friend. But as long as you're willing to be vulnerable in discussions and actually open up what is bothering you on the inside, that's the path how you actually progress. Because if we think about the self-development industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry every year, and everyone has read some kind of self-improvement book, and we know how to create habits, and we know all this information. But still, it's such a few people that actually transform. And I truly believe that it's because we are so individuated, we are so separate that we don't trust in other people, we don't trust to being vulnerable. And I totally understand it. I used to be that type of person myself until I kind of got into the level of I'm just gonna be me, and I'm gonna accept me. And that's when other people also started to accept me, and that way I have the courage to actually be vulnerable because it creates this safe space. And as I'm growing more into this coach, I know that my presence, my energy, basically my baggage that I have from all my life, that's gonna be the thing that is gonna separate me from other coaches, because I've actually gone through those difficult things. I've actually done the internal work, and I can speak from a place of experience. It's not that I learned these coaching tactics and tricks in a book and then I just go and I have memorized what I'm supposed to do when someone has a really difficult moment. That's not the point. Sometimes we just need space, and we are kind of just the mirror, because when you are present with someone and you radiate at this loving kindness, that's when the other person will feel a sense of trust, a sense of safety in the space, and things start naturally coming up. Even in business, even in relationships, even in sports, whatever it is, if we don't have anyone external aiding us, being the reflection, our progress will only go so far. We won't reach our highest potential because we don't see ourselves. We are inside the bottle. And for someone else, it's so easy to see. The danger here is that if the other person that sees the fault in you, if they just blast off, it's like, hey, you're stupid. Can't you see that this is your issue? You're just arrogant, or can't you see that you're not good at listening, or something like that. The person will get even more triggered and may even just shut down. So transformation needs a safe space. It needs a trust in the communication, in the relationship. And this is why the Solomon's paradox needs an authority to actually help bring the transformation out. And if I think about my relationship, I've been in this relationship for 7 years. I would say that the last 2 years I have actually started to trust and actually let my guards down, and this is when the real transformation has happened. I've also worked in different programs and with different people online that have helped me immensely to actually improve my self-image, improve my self-worth, and that is starting to manifest in the external also, with better relationships, with more joy, with more peace, with more fulfillment. So the takeaway from this video is that you're not supposed to do everything alone. You're not supposed to know all the answers if you don't have a mirror, because you can't see them. It's not your job to see everything, but it is your job to actually look for help. And if this message resonates with you, I'm currently looking for a few people to embark on this coaching journey for 3 to 6 months. It's gonna be paid, but it's not gonna be really expensive because I really need to actually get going. And I'm coachable at the moment, so I need to also practice being the coach. And I've actually done coaching for over a year in different domains, in business, in branding. But it all led to this moment when I realized that these external things, tactics and strategies and all this, they aren't really the important ones. The thing that is inside and this complete being, that's way more important. So healing and actually going through your own negativity, your shadows, and self-worth, that's the major issues. Because once you fix those, it's kind of like building the foundation of a big house. And once you have the foundation, the strategies and tactics, those are so easy. And I think it's kind of a small scam going on with all these business operations and business coaching, because we can go on YouTube and watch these videos and we know how to do stuff. But because our subconscious is programmed in a certain way, we may be in a state of lack and a state of just survival. The strategies won't work. I know, because I've done it. I've gotten all these coaching sessions and mentors and workshops and webinars, all kinds of things for the past 5 years. But once I realized that the internal, my subconscious, that's what's ruling everything, that's when things started to change. And now I know that I'm going in the right direction. And if you want to find a direction, you can check out my website and sign up for a quick call that we can see if I'm actually the right fit to help you in your situation. And that being said, I hope you got something out of this video and you understand this whole Solomon's paradox concept, that it's really difficult to read the label when you're inside the bottle. That's gonna be it for this video. My name is Mitz, your future purpose. Here to help you find your path and have the courage to actually walk it. See you in another video. Peace out.